Hello, Candice Lamb.
Hello, Wills. How are you?
I like it when you call me Wills.
Oh, do you?
Yep. It's nice. Feels right.
Feels right. Feels good.
Yeah. Feels nice. Feels natural. Feels like you know me.
I mean, I do. But that's good.
Feels like you know me deeply. How's it bloody going?
It's pretty good.
Would you say it's pretty good as number 2?
What? Oh,
Pretty good. Pretty good comes second.
yeah. Not as good as first, but it'll do.
Were you a little bit sad that we didn't come first?
I like winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mainly here for a good time, but
Yeah.
also always try my best. Always
Yeah.
try my hardest.
Yeah.
And so we had a little competition on Saturday.
We did.
It's no big deal. It's just the fittest 3 on the Sunshine Coast.
Of which we are not. we are
We are
no
the-
longer the fittest 3.
We were in 2018.
Yeah.
We are the second fittest 3 by 1 point. By 1 point. That hurt you as much as it hurt me.
Yeah, a little
It
bit.
stung a little.
It's
1
okay.
point.
It's
But that's okay.
It's all right.
Just make us hungrier for next year to be the fittest 3 by many points. We'll win every event
and
next
get
year.
those
okay?
dogs next time.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Good job, guys. You did great.
Yeah, that was really fun. What was your favorite part of the competition?
Ooh, like my favorite event?
Just the favorite part of your entire day.
My favorite event was the sprinty one, the 4-minute AMRAP.
That was mine too.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I loved it.
I fucking hated it, but that made me love it
Yeah.
because it's disgusting. I did actually black out on
Did
the
ya?
bike. Yeah. Have you ever blacked out on doing anything before?
Not like
Visually, I couldn't see.
nah, like definitely have seen stars before,
Yeah.
but never like
It was like stars into blackness.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It was wild.
no.
Yeah, that was a really fun event, and the after effects took us longer to recover from than the warm up and every other event put together.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Spicy.
Almost had a couple of sneaky bombs, but that was fun. That
It was good. It was my
It
favorite
was
one.
really good.
But yeah, it was a good day. They always run such a like tight ship. I love shit that runs on time.
That's nice.
It's very good.
We have a few things to talk about before the chair is filled.
By someone. Or
Like we don't
something.
just have like an invisible person sitting there. We are going to get someone in momentarily, but before we do that, we're going to just go through a few things from the latest episodes. Where are we starting?
Pulp or no pulp? Results are in.
Oh,
The pulpers have it. I think. Do they? Yeah, they do. Just.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are.
I am. Yeah, I am. Maybe I'll give it a go. Maybe I'll try.
So you never tried it?
Well, like not in recent times.
This is,
I mean, I also don't have orange juice very often.
well, you're going to start.
I'm gonna add it to my.
Yeah.
Yeah, the class results were pulpy.
Like more than 80%
Yeah,
were the class results were pulp.
interesting.
So all you know pulpers, I want to know, have you even tried the pulp? Because you can't say you don't like it if you've never tried it. Well, in recent times.
Yeah.
I got some pulp in my fridge.
Oh, okay.
Come
I'll
on
come and
over.
have some.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do
Just
it.
don't drink it out of the bottle.
No, that's gross.
It's disgusting. What do we got? We got some comments about it. I'm shocked people over 6 years old drink non-pulp. I just feel like they're the type of people who cut crust off their sandwiches. I agree wholeheartedly.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Well, it was in response to my story, so I don't
Okay.
know if I should throw them.
So we know them. We know who
yeah,
it
they're
is.
from the gym.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is it? Erin. No. Who? No.
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Okay, fine.
I'm not.
Lots of pulps. Couple of no pulpers.
Team pulp.
What is the matter
Pulp
with
all day.
everyone? No pulp.
Team no pulp.
Interesting. Oh well. Pulp it is.
No pulp. What's the matter with everyone? Really? It's pretty. It's I used to buy the orange juice with extra pulp. I didn't know you could get extra pulp. I like orange.
Do they just get that from the juice they've juiced and taken the pulp out of? Like just pull all that pulp in?
I like orange, but hate peeling them or getting my hands sticky. So I just eat my juice and pretend. That's cool.
Fair enough.
That's very cool. Yeah, I'm glad. That was probably one of my favorite questions of the day this year. If we were going to do like a podcast wrapped, that's
the one.
one of the ones.
Excellent.
What next?
We had a random message from someone who said, "What's with the cushions? This is my safety blanket. I need it to cuddle."
What's with the cushions? Like, what's not with the cushions? Maybe you have you tried pulp and cushions? And I made fun of you a lot.
You did.
And now I like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is like a safety. I want that one though.
No. This is mine to unpick.
I like the tassels, but I feel like the balls would be more fun to hold.
Yeah. They are quite good.
It looks like a good time holding balls.
I even, when I sit on my own couch at home, I have a pillow
Do ya?
that I cuddle. Yeah.
Where do I sit? No. I have my... Do you sit or lay on your couch?
Oh, lay.
Yeah. So I have my legs up on a pillow.
Ah.
I have my legs elevated at all times.
Really?
If I'm laying, I feel like... I think it started when I hurt my knee.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to keep my legs higher than the rest of my body.
right.
Yeah.
My
so
legs
I-
will often be like on the top of the couch.
Yeah. My pillows, as you know, because it's
Because
your
my old couch. I love that couch.
It like sinks, so I can't really,
Yeah.
it doesn't really,
Yeah.
can't really throw them up. I used to do that too. That was very fun.
Very
Someone
great.
told me the other day that, who is it? Kendrick Lamar. Apparently he sits on the back of his couch. He doesn't lay. He doesn't sit on his couch. He sits on the,
Like on the top?
yeah, that's just how he sits on his couch.
And his feet are like on the couch.
on the couch. And
Oh,
he
weird.
sits on the back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just wants to be higher than everybody.
maybe. I don't know. Interesting.
Interesting.
Will you be going on TikTok?
No, I don't know.
Like to do dances? Because we're already there on TikTok doing dances.
I mean this
ah.
on Twitter.
Is that what the kids are doing these
I don't
days?
fucking know anything about it. And I don't have TikTok.
Neither. Do we need to go on Do we have to go on TikTok?
Wait, I thought it was all short format. Do they have long format?
I think it's like reels.
Oh.
The reels that we do.
Oh, the reels that we have on Instagram.
Oh, you can just go on TikTok.
I mean,
Oh, it's a lot of things. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
And
talk
also,
about
I
it.
don't know if, like, do you watch TikTok at home? Do you
I don't have TikTok.
I don't have TikTok.
You know, those memes is like the old people watch it on Facebook 2 weeks later
Yeah.
or whatever. That's where I see all my shit.
Yeah. On Instagram, not on Facebook.
Yeah.
Do you watch them on Facebook?
Well, I don't have Instagram. Like, I am on Facebook more for work, so that's where I would see things on my computer.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you're even older.
Yeah. The proper old person.
Oh, that's very funny. One more thing to go over before we get in our secret guest. We did a podcast on recently on what we want you to think when you're brand new
Yeah.
to CrossFit. So we had a couple of comments on that too, which is pretty cool. Someone wrote that doesn't come to this gym that they wish they heard all of this stuff 2 years ago and they probably wouldn't have been so hard on themselves.
Aw.
That's, yeah, it's like, it's, yeah, I said to 3 of our new members, they were all in the same class the other day. I wasn't coaching, I was sitting on the lockers. And then as they came out one by one, I was like, download this, go listen to it. Because it's like everything you want to say to someone that's just started CrossFit, but you can't yell at them for 35 minutes or however long it
Yeah.
took. And just, you be quiet and let me talk to you
Just
about,
sit and listen.
sit. Yes.
And one of those new members said that she has listened to it and she was like, I never expected to be so bad at something. I was like, really? That's so interesting. So she was like, if I didn't listen to that, I probably wouldn't still be here because I am so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, cool.
It's pretty nuts. Like, I think I just expected to be terrible.
Yeah.
When I first started
Yeah.
because it's brand new. But I think a lot of people, especially, I wasn't a fully grown adult. I was in my early 20s when I started. But maybe as, oh, here she is!
Hey!
Here's our guest today! God, you're here. Oh, I fucking love that show.
I love that show.
This feels like
This work. You have to do a dance before you sit down. Yeah, that works. Make sure it's left and right on your headphones too. the right one. I don't know what would happen if you went right and left. I have no idea.
Don't know.
Is she in the frame? Is she good? Looks good. Flying.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Flirzy.
Sorry, just moving this
Yeah,
closer.
No,
Get
yeah, you're
in
right.
there.
Yeah, you got to do your thing. That's a very high chair.
You look
isn't
very
it?
tall.
With a very low
And very
microphone.
No,
Would you say
not-
you're very tall?
No.
Are you taller than me?
Maybe like a smidge.
That's pretty tall. Do you think you're tall?
Well, no, but then
Remember
yes.
Googling this?
Yes, yes. And then I had to measure myself at the doctor's for something the other day. 170 centimeters.
Yeah.
I have always said I was like 168.
Yeah. I said that because you say that.
Ah,
And we're the same. So now I'm 172.
yeah.
You've just grown.
yeah, 2
Apparently.
centimeters. Well done.
But we Googled
You're
in the
right.
car,
Thank you.
like Torian or something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
We were driving somewhere and we were
Yeah,
talking
that's
about,
right.
like if we're average height
Mm.
and we are like above average in like the whole world, except for like Netherlands.
It was
or
like the
something.
Netherlands or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Just a couple of tall girls.
Just a couple of big girls. Flirzy, we interviewed you last year on October 23rd.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's no.
Whoa.
I mean, it's.
No
currently-
wonder I couldn't
Was
find
it
the
last month? Was it? Oh, the month
No
before.
wonder I couldn't
been a
find the
while.
episode because I
Yeah.
was
You
looking at
thought-
this year.
Yeah, you thought it was this year.
Fuck.
Yeah,
All right.
it's flown.
Strap in.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
need to adjust my cushion.
What's with the cushion, Candace?
Just need it.
I like an emotional support cushion.
Do you want
you
one?
get it?
No, that's right.
There's
It's
one
better
over
on my
there.
back. It's better on my back. So
Okay,
that's good.
all right, great. We interviewed you last year on October 23rd, and we called the episode "In the Thick of It." Are you still in the thick of it?
I think I'm not in the thick of it anymore.
What changed, you reckon?
Just
That's a big question.
I know. I was
It's
like,
it's like a year
Sit
ago.
down.
I don't know how to answer that in
Yeah.
a nutshell. I just got my shit together. Well,
Yeah.
got better at getting my shit together and got out of that little funk.
How?
Funk I was in.
Do you remember how?
Asking for help from Candace, first of all, was my first thing. And just started from the start again, pretty much. Just went back to basics, simple little changes, achievable, like small things.
In your day-to-day life?
Yeah,
type thing?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Just
Did it feel shit? Did it going and doing that? Were you like, this is never going to work, or were you positive about it?
I would say I was probably like 50-50. Like I felt pretty shit for feeling like I had to start again. But
And did it actually feel like that? Like that you were starting from
yeah, like
the start
not,
again?
Not from the start, because I knew that I at least had some knowledge behind me and I knew that I could do it. So, first time around, you think, I don't think I can do that. But at least this time, I knew I could do it. I just had to get back in that mindset again and just, so...
What does that mean? Get back in that mindset. What was it, and then what do you think had to change?
Well,
Between the years.
everything kind of had changed. But I think just realizing, I don't know about that's a hard question, like the mindset, but it was just kind of realizing that I just had to make little changes. I had to focus on kind of the here and now, but also the long term as well. So it was kind of, I don't know, it was tricky, but I just had to realize that I have to do this. I want to do it for my future self. And that means I just have to do it,
Yeah.
do the little things and the big things, and hopefully that it will eventually get a bit easier.
Let's rewind a little bit for anyone who hasn't listened to that episode.
Do it.
Go back and listen from last year. So you've been a member at the gym for how many years?
5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have struggled with weight your whole life pretty much, and it's been up and down since you've been here.
Yeah.
You've done nutrition kind of on and off, and we interviewed you last time because you'd started again. Do you know how much weight you've lost between then and now? I should have looked it up.
I'm not 100% sure because I never weighed myself right before, but at an educated guess, I would say that I got maybe back up to over 100, maybe 105, now I'm sitting at about 87. So almost 20 kilos, about 18 kilos, I would say.
Do you feel it?
Yeah, I do feel it. I don't know. I think in your head you think 18 kilos, 20 kilos, whatever, like, I don't know, your life will change or something. But yeah, I feel that like things in the gym are definitely easier, but then they get harder because then you have to do more and
You
be
go
better,
faster.
lift heavier. But yeah, like I was feeling pretty shit this time last year when I was sitting here.
What's been the biggest change in that you've felt between now and October last year when we had you on? Like whether it's the weight being shifted or a mindset or work or gym, like what's the biggest thing that you've noticed has changed?
I think maybe mindset, that word again. Just realizing that it's not going to happen overnight and it's something that I'm always probably going to have to work on. I don't think it's ever, I feel like it's never going to get to a point where I'm, it's never not going to be a struggle to some extent. So just realizing that, I just have to work on it every day, like all throughout the day. Like I have to say no to things physically and in my head, like multiple times during the day. Some days it's like easy and you're just like, oh, I had an awesome day today. And then other days I have to really work at it. But just realizing it when I slip up or whatever, then just get back to it. Next meal, or like whatever.
I disagree with that a little bit. I do think that it will get easier.
Yeah.
Like kind of similar to what we were talking about last week with Christmas. Even though we probably sound like wankers, just being like, we don't like junk food. But I truly think the longer that you consistently make those decisions, like that's just going to become who you are.
Yeah.
And then you still have to make the decisions, but they won't be hard decisions to make.
I think it definitely will get easier and it has gotten easier, but it's still not easy, I guess.
And did you think when you were to go back like this time last year, like you said, 20 kilos, your whole life would be different. Did you expect it to feel a lot different? As in, it would be easy when I lose 20 kilos.
I think maybe not that weight. I think because I'd lost close to that before and then I put a lot of it back on, I knew that my life wasn't drastically different. I don't know where I was going with my answer to that question.
That's all right. Okay. And so it's hard still, right?
Yeah, it's
hard.
harder. I mean, it's hard, but not as hard as it was, this time last year.
So if it's hard and it's like a struggle and like you said, you have to make these decisions day in, day out, why do you do it in comparison to just not?
Because I do feel better overall.
Yeah.
Like my overall health, I feel better. I feel things are easier. I have a bit more motivation. Like in the gym, I feel better. And I just know that it's better for my long-term health probably more than anything. Because if I kept going the way I was going, like it would have just gotten, I think, out of control. And I just think I would have battled, the health issues probably would have started happening sooner rather than later, I think. Just like diabetes, like heart issues and all that kind of stuff, just tension on my body. I think I didn't want to get to be an older person, or I say middle-aged person, but I am technically middle-aged now.
I disagree with that.
But yeah, so I think I did it for my future self, because where I have been, I was still fine. Like, I could still do things. I wasn't like, couldn't do things or get around or wasn't mobile. Like I could still do it. So I think I would have got still a bit further before, things would have started happening. But then I think I would have regretted not
starting
just getting
sooner.
my shit together. Yeah, and I wish I started it way sooner type thing. But yeah, I think for my future, I'd just keep doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Keep trying to make changes.
Yeah.
And looking back now, what do you think was there a moment that you were like, I need to do something about this? Was it like something that happened or just like a series of events? Like what was the thing?
I think it was just very gradual. Like I knew I was getting out of control again. Like I knew that I hadn't quite gotten back where I was, like, my heaviest weight or, my binging and stuff like that. But I knew that freight train was getting real fast. Like I was heading down that track really quickly. And I think so it was just a gradual, I was starting to feel really sluggish here, like in my clothes were just, I chucked away all my like fat clothes. So the clothes I was wearing, again, they were getting really tight. So that was obviously just makes you feel like shit. And then I think last year, seeing whenever Contessa Games was last year, and I remember seeing all the photos from that, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like,
Really,
you've let yourself, it's gotten away from you again. And I think I maybe waited, I don't know when that was, maybe like another month or two before I spoke to you. Yeah.
Did you think about it like every day, like talking, like trying to get help again, like thinking about that?
Yeah. I think for ages you think I can do it. I can do it myself. So then, you know, you keep trying. And like all through that period, I was still coming to the gym like relatively consistently, like 3 or 4 times a week. So I was like, yeah, I can do it. I'm still doing most of the things.
I also noticed in the gym, I could tell you were uncomfortable because you stopped trying hard things, whereas before you would push yourself to do harder things.
Yeah.
I still remember a session where you were standing and
I think I remember exactly one. I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. And you're like, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Over like doing something. I think
it was on like the dip bars or something.
Because all I was thinking is how horrible I would look doing it.
Yep.
And I was like,
and I could tell you were so uncomfortable. Like, you were uncomfortable. But I was like, you're going to fucking do this.
Yeah.
Get up.
You're going to try because I know you can. But I could tell.
You're just like, today's not the day.
Yeah. Your body language was like, nah. And I was like, yeah, no, let's leave that. But yeah, I remember, like I noticed, but it wasn't until that point that I kind of noticed that you were uncomfortable and heading in the wrong direction.
The wrong direction, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know what we're talking about.
Neither do I. That's fine. That's okay. Just keep cruising.
What do you think? So since we spoke to you last time, it's been like 20-ish kilos. What has been the biggest change you've noticed here in the gym?
My cardio is definitely better. Like, I just have my endurance, I guess, is a bit better. Can run more. Yeah, probably just like during like the more cardio based workouts, I noticed that I can keep up a little bit better. Whereas before I would do cardio and then maybe like drop right back on whatever the weight or whatever it was we're doing. But now I can kind of do an okayish weight and still hit the stimulus, I guess, as well.
Can I tell you what I've noticed? It's my turn.
It's not the answer I wanted.
Okay.
I wonder if mine is the
see if you win.
Let's see. I've noticed the opposite to what I just said. So you're willing to give more things a go that you've never had a go of, and then you surprise the fuck out of yourself every time you do. I'll never forget the rope climb. So you were like, yeah, I'll have a crack. And then we even did rope climb attempts in the workout. Yeah. You remember that? Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun for me.
Yeah.
I hope it was fun for you.
No, it was good because I do remember that workout and thinking like, oh, I'm still, because I thought you were like, just try. And I was like thinking in my head, like, probably not going to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll try it. So I can say I've tried it, but I'm probably not going to be able to do it. And then, yeah, I did it all through that workout.
Yeah. And like had proper, like good attempts, feet off the floor, holding on, like awesome.
Yeah.
I would say you're more, what's the word? Welcoming to, not that you're not welcoming to coaching advice, but if you think that you can't do something, you shut us down pretty fast. Yeah. You've always been like that. You're like, nah, can't do that. Yeah. Whereas now I'll be like, hey, Flowsy, do this when you do your burpees. You're like, okay. And then I'll be like, hey, Flowsy, do that again. And you're like, okay. Like, so I say you're a bit more like open to trying different techniques or hearing what we have to say a little bit better. Do you notice that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
What do you think that switch, like what's made the difference there, do you think? Like, why are you more willing now?
I don't know, maybe because you just start trying the odd thing and you go, oh, maybe I can do that. So it just starts with like little baby steps. And then I guess sometimes I think, well, if they think I can do it, maybe I can, or at least try. I think just, trying things, even if I can't do it, just being a bit more open to, if I can't do it, that's okay.
Yeah. It's cool how that, like, losing that bit of weight and like whether that's just like a positive thing for your brain or the confidence you get from that just translates to so many other areas of your life, probably without you even realizing it.
I think so.
It's very cool.
And my favorite one.
Oh yeah, I'll see if you haven't hit it yet.
I thought that was it.
My favorite one is you nearly had the entire gym crying last week.
And I didn't even know.
Completely oblivious. We had burpee pull-ups in a workout. And I was like, let's just fucking have a go. Let's just have a few attempts. Bit of an eye roll.
Because I was like, what am I going to do? This one,
she walks over, she's like, what are you going to do? Just have a go. Let's just have a crack. Next minute, the whole gym is filming her, but without her even knowing. Because she's hitting some fucking proper pull-up attempts. They feel good.
Yeah, they did, and they felt better as I did more.
Yeah.
Like,
You're, like,
as I was
relaxed
getting
into it a bit,
loose.
like-
yeah, the first one I'd be like, oh my god, I'm miles away.
Yeah.
And then and it was funny because I remember you standing there. I was actually having this conversation with Shardy yesterday, and I remember you standing there. I was like, what the fuck is she just standing there for?
What does she want?
Well, she's gonna, like, I was just waiting for you to be like, hey Fleur, like, you know, to give me like tips or whatever. And then you sent me that video. I was like, oh, that's why she was standing there. 'Cause she was filming me.
I was just crying whilst coaching the rest of the class.
That's funny. And
very
then Nick
good.
sent me like a long video. She's like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Nick's PT and Beck's in the corner.
Yeah.
She's no longer.
Yeah. Beck's like, thanks so much for the PT, Nick. No, and I remember you jumped down from one and you were like, you looked at it and your eyes were like, holy fuck, that looked good. Like,
Yeah.
that was close.
Yeah.
And it was. I didn't get that one on video, but
Yeah.
got the next one.
Yeah, I sent you a video to Kirby, and then she sent me like a screenshot. Like, she must
Of
have just
where?
sat there, like how close I got to it. And I was like, oh, it was pretty close.
And there was closer ones.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the best one. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
That was it.
That was it?
Winner, chicken dinner.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it's just like so cool how much that decision you made a year ago has snowballed into like all of this cool shit because of that one thing that you did.
Yeah, just reach down and ask for
Yeah.
help.
Before I forget, I need to ask, do you notice a difference with mental health from when you're like snowballing that way to now? Like, do you feel like in your day-to-day life you can tell the difference between your outlook and how you feel generally?
I think it's a little bit better.
It's hard to measure this,
Yeah,
but
it is.
I
I
wasn't
think
sure if you could.
I'm definitely more positive because at least, you know, if other stuff is going shit or like, you know, just crazy, then I'm feeling good here. So then that kind of comes out and then into my, so rather than being like, oh, I've got to go to the gym where I'm really shit there too type thing. So kind of does have a bit of a snowball effect on things outside.
Do you feel since being stronger in the gym? Because this would definitely be the fittest and strongest you've been in the gym, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like overall, I
overall?
feel like some things, like I'm not as strong in like the bigger lifts, but I feel like overall, yeah.
Fittest and strongest you've been.
Yeah.
Do you feel that has... do you feel stronger outside of the gym because you're strong inside the gym mentally? Do you feel like you can handle more? Do you feel like you can take more? You don't have to say yes if it's not.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think
like-
for on the most part, whether that's just from, you know, being a better human for the last 12 months or, I don't know how to measure that outside of
Yeah.
the gym.
Yeah, it is hard for sure. I just know for me, I think I said it last week, I've always wanted to be physically capable, and when I'm physically capable, I feel more confident within myself.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if
Yeah, I
you're-
definitely have a bit more confidence now than, I probably have for a long time, I think. Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
And then, so gym stuff obviously going great. How do you find, I guess, life stuff? So like we've touched on mental health a little bit, but just coping with like what's going on outside the gym. Have you noticed a big change since you've made this big change?
I don't know about that actually. I know I feel like I should be yes.
No.
No.
Honesty's better.
Yeah.
Honesty's good.
No, I haven't. I probably haven't noticed too much. I just think probably because the last 12 months have just been like hectic, so it just always feels hectic.
You got a
As-
bit. You got a bit going on.
Yeah, a little bit going on, but but I'm getting better at just getting through it, moving through it, and I don't know.
And like I've definitely noticed that your ability to just like roll with the punches is a little bit better now. Things going on in life haven't derailed you like they would have
Yeah, that's
even
true,
probably
actually.
6 months ago.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think that's a really big win.
yeah, just getting a bit better at staying on track and
Yeah.
I think she said it before at the very beginning. Like when you fall off, you just try to get back on
Yeah.
rather than like continue off.
yeah,
You know, and then it's like turns into a day and then a week and then a
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Like you just have one shitty meal or whatever it is, and then you're like, oh well, back on the track.
Yeah,
Like you just
yeah.
get straight back on.
yeah, pretty much. And for the most part, that has what I've been doing. Just been like, oh well, that was a shit meal or
Yeah.
whatever. Or if it does turn into a shit day or whatever,
Yeah.
just like whatever.
And just get back on.
Yeah.
Where you pick up where you left
Yeah,
off.
and try not to be so. I guess don't get so down on myself or angry at myself. Just be like, it is what it is. Like,
It's done now.
yeah, I can't change it. So
And have you found, like, are you surprised at how boring and monotonous nutrition has to be for it to be successful?
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah. Because I know you've struggled with that
Yeah.
in the past.
It is, yeah, it is boring, but I guess I found things that I enjoy. Like, it doesn't have to be all salad and, you know, lean.
Tell me, what is it? What do
Yeah.
you like?
I know, I've pretty much had satay chicken for about 9 days straight now.
Nice. How good satay chicken?
Yeah.
That's so good.
You know, and it doesn't, I think when you think of nutrition and eating healthy, you think it's kind of like all or nothing and you have to have these super boring meals. But, and especially for where I'm at in my weight loss journey, that, you know, I'm not trying to hit super strict macros or anything like that. So if, you know, if I have to have a bit of sauce on something to make it taste better, I'm going to have sauce on it, or those kind of things. So, you know, I just try and find things that I like and I eat them every day until I don't like them anymore. And
then we find something else.
and then I find something else. So
You do that though.
yeah.
Like you
I
like
eat the same
run
shit.
something into the ground until you don't like it anymore. and
Yeah,
then-
still can't eat like regular broccoli.
Yeah, gross.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I think
what's unregular broccoli?
Like broccolini. I can eat that, but like
Yeah.
regular broc.
what did you do with regular broccoli?
Just ate it so much.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
because I think sometimes when you're
Just
trying
like
to
the smell. Ugh.
when you're trying to eat healthy, it's very overwhelming when you haven't been eating healthy. So if you just eat the same thing, then that's, you kind of just don't have to give it as much time in your head as, you know, you think you do. So I just eat the same things. Like, I literally eat the same thing for breakfast, like every day.
What do you eat?
Piece of toast and a protein shake, which isn't a huge amount. Then I have like try and have something then when I get to work, fruit and stuff like that. But then at least I just do that and it's just the same.
It's just what
I just know
works.
that I've got something, because, you know, before I wasn't eating breakfast. So yeah, just keep it simple.
That's awesome. Do you
Back
feel
to-
hungry?
oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Do you feel hungry?
Not often, no. And usually I only feel hungry if I've, you know, been busy and I haven't eaten as much as
Yep.
what I should have.
Yep.
And, you know, when I look back at the last 12, 14 months, like, I've still eaten all the foods I like. And I still, you know, I sound like cliche, but I eat actually so much food for me. You know, I haven't missed out on anything, really.
That's cool.
It's not like I've looked back and be like, oh, I wish I had McDonald's at one time. Or like, you know, type thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, life goes on.
Yeah. And you don't really miss it. I find the same as like people on social media. Like they're like, oh, I can't have a break. Like, because often that's one of my go-to moves as a coach is like, get off your fucking phone before bed. And then they're like, oh, but then I'll miss out. But you don't. Like, you have the time off it. You don't look at you gained nothing
Yeah.
by looking at it
Yeah.
for an hour before you go to bed. There's nothing. It's the same as Macca's. You're like, oh, like you said, you don't miss not having.
Yeah, and I still have had, you know, I still have had takeaway. I've still had all the, you know, foods I like. I just have them way less often or way smaller portions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to what you said before, what you said nutrition is overwhelming. What did you or do you find the most overwhelming about it?
I think in the beginning, certainly, yeah, you just think you have to have all these different foods and then you have to plan out your week. And I'm not very good at like planning out my week or too much in the future. So I found, yeah, just having to be really organized, like make sure when I do my grocery shopping that I had all these foods. Whereas now I realized, you know, I still have to be organized, but it doesn't have to be as overwhelming as maybe what I once thought it was. Like, just keep things, yeah, like I said, like pretty simple. Just buy the same stuff all the time and then know that you have options there.
I guess you have
know.
your basics and then you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
work around those
Yeah.
basics, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's pretty much what I do. When we go out for dinner, Paul's like, what are you having? Chicken? And I'm like, I'm not fucking having chicken. I have chicken every day of my life. I'm not eating chicken.
Love it.
What made you think it had to be like that? Like, is that just the preconceived idea you had about
Yeah, I
eating
think
healthy
so.
or what you see on social media?
Yeah, I think what you see on social media, like, you know, when I've ever gotten food plans and stuff in the past, it's like literally a different thing for breakfast every day, a different thing for lunch every day, a different thing for dinner every day, and mixing and matching and planning out your whole week, because then you'll be organized, and yeah, it's just too much.
That's a lot.
That's
Too
overwhelming.
much. So now I just try and know that I have the things there that are easy to make. Like, know that I always have meat that I can cook up, fruit type thing, and, you know, some snacks and stuff ready, and then know that I'll have it, but I don't know necessarily what I'm specifically going to have each day.
You know, I reckon I've eaten a Carmen's bar every single week for like the last 5 years. At least once a week. Most days.
Yeah.
I fucking love Carmen's. You can't have them anymore. You're eating them into the ground.
Yeah, done.
Do you eat them?
I used to, I think in the early days,
Yeah.
but now I find them, I don't know, they're not enough bang for your buck.
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah.
not enough protein
Yeah.
for the amount of calories.
Okay, sorry.
I'm a professional.
I'll
now.
try harder. Try harder
like,
to hit
I know
my
what I'm doing
protein
now.
goals. Yeah. Not enough protein for me. Small fry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, they're a bit like, I don't know, tacky or something. To
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I agree with what you said. I think that most people, if we actually look at people's diets, they're probably eating the same 5 to 7 meals on repeat, like all of the time. And that doesn't have to change ever.
Yeah.
Most of my clients eat the same shit, like every week on repeat, or like a variation of that same
Yeah.
thing. So it doesn't need to get any fancier than that.
Yeah, like sometimes you'll be eating a meal and you're like, this is literally just ticking the boxes today.
Yeah. And yeah, food doesn't have to be exciting
Yeah.
all the time either. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you literally just have to eat because you have to eat.
Yeah, it takes 5-10 minutes to eat it and then
Yeah.
it's
Move on
done.
with your life.
Yeah.
It's also, yeah, it's the same as, like, it's a tiny metaphor for life. Like, life's not exciting all the time. But you don't just go out and make life, like, you just get, some days you're just getting
Gotta
through,
do the
you're just
thing.
getting through the day.
Yeah.
And other days you go in a dream world. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
You know?
You ain't going to Dream World every day though.
No, you're not.
You sent me an interesting message before that I would love to talk about. When I asked if there was anything particular, you done with that question?
It's got really hot.
If there was anything in particular you wanted to talk about today. And you said something about the negative things that come along with weight loss. What? Tell me more.
I'll probably start crying now.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
We got it. Stop.
Becky's ready for the content. Tears, 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 tears.
We need to make that into a song.
I think it's just, yeah, I think like when I was back at my heaviest weight, I guess you think that losing weight's going to change it's going to change your life when you get to this spot. But there's so much, I think it's like so much negativity like in your head. Like it's just such a mental thing when you've been like struggling your whole life. And things don't just change, like you have to change type thing. So
We can finish there. That's it.
yeah.
You fucking solved everyone's
Mic
problems.
Nailed it.
So I think that's taken me a really long time to work out, like, you know, I can change my diet or whatever, but I need to change as well. So, and I think negative things like, you know, when I look in the mirror, I still see that person who's 116 kilos type thing. Like, so like body dysmorphia, like it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, you know, and you get lots of comments from people, which I know everyone always means well. And for the most part, I do like them. Like, you know, we get a little sneaky, like, I know we're not supposed to say anything, but just letting you know.
I love it.
I like that they
people
know
think
that.
I know they
Yeah.
always like preface it with like, I
Like,
know
make
we're
sure
not
no
supposed
coaches
to
are
say
around.
anything, like, or like I get a little sneaky message or something. And those comments, like I love them, especially with people that I know that I've struggled and know that that's what I'm working towards. But when people like go on and on and on and on, or like every time they see you, they're like, oh my God, Flo, you look amazing. I just can't believe how good you're looking. And like those kind of comments and stuff like that. And when they make such a big deal all the time, it's like, fuck, I must have looked really shit before. Or like, then you start to think, like, question like your self-worth, like,
Is this all I'm worth to someone?
yeah, is this the most exciting thing about me, is that I've lost weight? Like anyone can lose weight. Like that's actually, you know, it's not very exciting. It's a lot of, it's just like a mental struggle. I think it's not just a switch that gets flicked once you start, reaching your goals and stuff like that.
Did you expect that to be an issue?
No, I don't think I did. Because back in the day when, you know, in my 20s and stuff, when I go through phases of losing weight, I wanted people to tell me that I lost weight, because I was like, fuck yeah, I have. But then you put on weight and then the comments stop. So then you start to feel shit about yourself. So it's like a really roller coaster. Like when I started putting on weight last year, like the lead up to then, I was like, fuck, I'm not getting those comments anymore type thing.
This is why I hate the fucking comments. That's
Yeah.
the first reason is why I hate the comments.
Yeah.
Because they're going to stop one day.
Yeah, and because as well, when, you know, obviously I've lost a lot of weight, I try not to get in this mindset too often, but I'm always in the back of my mind like that little bitch is like, you're just going to put it back on. Like, those comments are going to stop again because you're going to get fat again. And so that's always a worry. So I find it really hard to celebrate. You know, you should be so proud of yourself. You need to celebrate. I'm like, yeah, well, it's probably not going to last, you know. And thankfully, I don't think that very often anymore. Like, I feel like I am in it for the long haul. And I think putting on that weight last time was probably a good lesson, because I realised that I do have to work at it every day, and it's not just going to magically get better. But yeah, so it is hard to celebrate sometimes when you have that negativity around it, I think, as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. Mandy and I were talking about this before, because we feel like neither of us have ever been overweight, but we often get those comments, you know, every now and then someone will be like, oh, like you're looking really lean at the moment. Or I remember.
So you're saying before I wasn't?
Yeah.
I remember someone saying earlier this year, just before the Open, something to me like, something about, oh, you look like you're ready for CrossFit. Like your body looks ready for CrossFit again. Cause I just come out of like being injured, and I was like, fuck, like what did I look like before?
Yeah.
So,
And again, no one
well-meaning,
ever means
of
Yeah,
course.
because I've
anything
said
terrible.
it before. I've
Yeah.
said to people,
And
like,
people-
you're looking so fit.
Yeah.
You know.
And like you just say, like people just say the first thing that comes to their head. People see, they're visual, they see it, and they're like, whoa, Flo looks great. Got to tell Flo she looks great.
Yeah.
But when it's been something that you've struggled with for your
Yeah.
entire life, and then, and this is the other thing that, like, people don't realize the damage that it can do long term. So, like, if you're currently on this great trajectory, right? Like, you still having struggles, but you're getting through them. You know that it has to be long term, and these comments are coming in. If these comments stop, like, this could be that could be a dangerous path to, like, eating disorder. You know, like it just like where like people only want to be validated by other people if they keep getting validated by people.
Yeah.
We need to learn to, and this is what I'm sure you figured out, is like we need to know within ourselves that we're worth it, and we can see like where we are and know that we're doing our best regardless of what we look like from the outside to everyone else. That's what I want. That's why I fucking hate the comments. Is like everyone means well, but it's usually never received well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
The oh, you've really slimmed down lately.
Yeah.
You saying, what was I before? Like what?
Yeah.
You know, like
Because there was even, it's crazy because like there was another person here, and I almost said something to them recently, and I was like, "Fuck, Flo, don't even let those words come out of your mouth, because I have no idea what that person is going through, or you know, type thing." And the whole like slim is good thing, like it's hard, and like sometimes you get comments in front of other people, like there'll be a group, and it's like I find that's really hard.
Yeah, and I've brought that up before. Like, if someone says to me, like, "Oh, you look so great," and I'm in front of someone else, as an example, then that other person's going to be like, "Oh, they don't think I look great."
Yeah,
and like that sounds so stupid to say out loud, but we're not all like little kids. But that's what our brains do. Like,
yeah, and
we
I've
just
been
go
that other person
Yeah.
like many a time.
Same
like,
girl.
"Oh, yeah, like everyone
it feels
has.
shit. Yeah. It's and no one means anything by it. But that's why we've always had that blanket rule. Just don't comment on each other's looks. Like I like to comment on effort and how much people are like showing up, trying hard, doing their best. Like if we can, and like you said, it's definitely not the most interesting thing about you, and that. Like, if you just hear those comments on repeat, like, you look great, you've lost weight, it's just like, fuck. Like, you'd just be tired of it.
Yeah. But it's tricky because it's like, I still, you know, you still
But you
like
still, like,
them.
wanna
You
hear.
still like
Yeah,
them
yeah.
occasionally, but not, not
it's like a
for it
double-edged
to be
sword,
like
though. Hey?
a big deal. Yeah, I know, it's tricky. Everyone's going to be like,
I'm so sorry.
anything to Flo. Okay.
Don't even look at her.
tell her she looks shit.
Treat her mean, keep her keen, guys.
But yeah, like I like the comments I get, around fitness and stuff. And so I was like, oh, your running was really good today,
Yeah.
and like stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Because obviously that is a byproduct from, the things I've been
But
doing.
also involves effort. Like
Yeah.
it's
Like you can't control how you look. You can't control the scales.
Yeah.
But you can control like all the stuff around like what you do in and out of the gym and how hard you try and yeah. I think that stuff is way more. And like something that we all get to see here as well. Like we don't just get to see how someone looks in their new tights. Like we get to see their fucking pull-up attempts and their rope climbs, and that shit is cool.
Yeah.
It's way more powerful.
So what would you recommend? Like people say nothing?
What do you want
What do
people
you
to
want?
They
say?
say stuff, but don't.
Just like look at
Say
me
it
like,
better.
Yeah, just a little wink, like, yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you're...
What would you want to say? What would you want to hear, or what would you want to say to someone that you know that they've been busting their ass? They're on the same train as you.
Yeah.
They have the same struggles, and you know
Yeah.
that, and you've noticed they look good.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I would probably not say anything to them in person. Very rarely. Like occasionally I do, like a couple of the nutrition girls, like, because I know that they're on the same thing. But I generally just send them a message and just say like, hey, I can see your hard work's paying off, or, you're looking really fit, or, what you did today in the gym, like, that was really cool, or something.
Yeah.
I try and do that. And, and I say, just said all that stuff. I'm not perfect. I've still gone up to people and been like, man, you're looking so good.
Yeah.
That's just so ingrained in us to type. But,
It is.
you're looking so good could mean something different to,
Everybody.
different people.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I don't necessarily because, they're getting skinny, because that's not
It's not what we're about, man.
what we're about. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Don't call Candace tiny.
Yes, fuck. Wendy.
You're so tiny. You're looking so tiny. Do you know how much weight I lift on a daily basis?
I'm just trying to get big. That's all I want. The last question I had for you is it's Christmas almost. And historically, this has been a pretty tough time of year for you over the last couple of years that we've worked together. How are you feeling going into Christmas?
I always feel I try and be optimistic going into Christmas. But this year I'm just trying to not get caught up with all the stuff before Christmas.
What's that?
Like you will probably appreciate this, but all the different custards flavours. I don't know if you've seen them.
Are there lots of flavors?
There's so many. Don't look. But I saw all the custards.
He's like, I gotta go.
I saw all the different custards the other day, and I was like, don't even go
See, this
there.
is why I can't go grocery shopping.
So I'm trying not to get caught up.
Can
in
you
all
tell
of-
me one?
There's like a toffee caramel one. That was,
Fuck off.
I've had that in the past, but
Is it magic?
it's disgusting. So I'm trying not to get caught up in all the stuff before Christmas, all the
Or like the treaties?
all the treats like that are on the end of every aisle and at the when you walk into the checkout. Like try not to get caught up on that. Thankfully, I don't have too many. I've got a Christmas thing on this weekend, which I'll probably indulge a bit and then just move on. But actual Christmas Day, I'm just trying not to buy too much, because if I buy it, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
So I just gotta try not to buy it. Like very simple. But it is hard not to get caught up when you're at the shop. So I'm just trying not to.
Out of curiosity, what is the head talk that comes in? Like, so, like Candace just said, this time of year has been difficult for you in the past. What happens in your brain at like, is it like, it's December, it's already Christmas? Like what happens?
It's kind of like, oh, I'll just get it this time. I'll try this one, one time, whatever. And then as it gets closer and closer to Christmas, I'll start buying this for Christmas. And because it's Christmas, so I can, I got to try all the things for my kids, for my family. And then, I don't know, you're just like, oh, it's Christmas. Like, it's just, there's
It's December.
It just literally turns into it's Christmas.
Yeah,
so
and it's
whatever.
not even Christmas, it's Easter. It's like when a birthday rolls around, it's like all the things throughout the year. So it's just, and as opposed to being like, it's Christmas, I'll buy that one thing that I really like. I buy all these like sometimes mediocre things and you still eat them because
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas and they're in your house. And then other people bring stuff over, and there's no like rocket science reason behind it. It's just like because I can, and it's there, and I'll buy it, and then I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
So just trying to not be educated about
Not-
it, pretty much.
Just not do that.
Just not do that, and just just try and buy just what I need. And if my family all come into my place for Christmas, and usually I would use that as like, I'm going to make 12 desserts type thing. Like I just like,
For less than 12 people. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I need
One
a dessert,
dessert
each
each.
person.
so this year I'm trying to just, maybe limit it to 2 and just, not.
That's hard. That would be hard too, actually, because you're fucking good at making.
Yeah, it's my thing.
So that's like, you're like, I'm more interested in my weight. It would
Yeah.
also be a bit like, I need to keep impressing the people with me.
Yeah, I know. Like I have to be like,
So
what
that-
did I do last year? I have to make that one
Yeah.
better, or like,
Yeah.
and I often use it as an excuse for trying new things. Like, oh, there's that recipe I wanted to try for ages, but just try not to get carried away and just rein it in a little bit.
That's cool.
But I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I would say sitting here right now, you look like you're in in control of it. Like,
Yeah.
which is cool. Like mentally,
Yeah.
you look like you're
Yeah.
sturdy.
I think I have just so much in the lead up to Christmas this year, like just on that I haven't given Christmas Day itself too much thought.
Yeah. Being a busy gal.
Yeah, so I am going up to my mum's, I think, in the holidays, so she will probably have every single sweet treat that ever existed in her fridge. So I have to tell her, like, don't do it.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it,
can't
Mum.
have that around. But, it's just what we do in our household, all the sugar.
Yeah. Last question. Next big goal.
Pull-ups, maybe, actually getting them. Yeah, that would be a goal. I think it's not a big goal, but not next year, from, now on, I want to work on my mobility better so I get better at things in the gym. Is that what you meant, gym goals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything. Life goals. Whatever you want. Share them with the world.
Well, I don't really have life goals at the moment. So gym goals, that would probably be it. Just it's so boring, but mine is just always just getting better at the next thing. Just trying to get a bit better. Just keep showing up.
It's not boring, girlfriend. That's life.
Yeah, I know. It's, but yeah, pull-ups, I would really like to get them.
Yep.
And I think I was saying to you both, actually, I really want to get better with my cardio and get under the time caps. Like when you're like 2 minutes for a 400 meter, like I want to be able to know that I can do that. And I think that's still like a way off, but that's probably like a goal to do. So nothing super exciting, but
It's exciting to us.
Pretty exciting.
that would be,
And that's-
might have to do run club again. Run club again.
Run club coming up. I think I said it to you when you said that, but that's what everyone should be aiming for. Like, yes, pull-ups is such a good goal to have,
Yeah.
and we love working with people to work on skills, but the fitness is that's the thing. So to have the goal of being able to run 400 meters in 2 minutes, that's fucking
like over
coolest
and over
goal.
again.
Yeah, over and over again, exactly.
'Cause I could probably do it one time if I had to, but not.
Yeah. Did you do yesterday?
No, I didn't do yesterday.
Oh, could have practiced.
No, I was busy with stuff.
It's December.
It's Christmas.
So I was busy eating pavlova.
Yeah. I love it. Is there anything else you would like to add for anyone? Anything from the last one? Did you listen to the last one before you came?
I listened to it ages ago.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add?
I guess, like when I was staring down the barrel of a 40-kilo weight loss, it seemed like
Daunting.
just unachievable. And now that I'm like almost 30 kilos in, which was kind of like my realistic goal, I kind of thought, well, 30 seems better than 40. So I know anyone in this position or has even more to lose. There's lots of people out there that have way more to lose than 40 kilos. Like, I know that it's so daunting and overwhelming. It seems so just like, fuck, that's not going to happen. But just focusing on like day to day, and then that will happen. Like, I think when I started nutrition again with you, I didn't weigh myself for like 6 months or something. Like, it was ages because I just needed to get in the habit of getting those habits without the pressure of the scales saying, because back in the day I'd be like, weigh myself each day and be like,
Remember when I took your scales off you?
yeah,
I made her bring them to the gym
Yeah.
and give them to me.
yeah. And it's like, I just
I
couldn't.
think we used them. So.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, so that's what I've said to a couple of people that have reached out to me for help, and I've said, just don't weigh yourself to start. Like, I know it's a good tracker for me now, but in the early days, because you put on, like, you know, it fluctuates so much on a day to day.
Reliable
like,
thing.
I put on 500 grams today. I have to eat less.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know, so when I didn't have that, I more just got in the habit of forming those habits. And then I weighed myself eventually, and to start seeing if what I was doing was working. So I'd say just start small. Like, you have to start small, and it's so boring because, you know, lose 10 kilos in 6 weeks and that kind of thing, but maybe aim to lose 10 kilos in 12 months or because at the end of the day, like, even if it takes you 5 years to lose 40 kilos, like, it's
better than the alternative.
Yeah, it's better than, you know, if I wasn't going to lose 40 kilos, I'd probably put on another 10 or 20 type thing. So just start little, and when you've got that, just add something else to it.
Yep.
Probably.
I love it. That's
Nailed
some
it.
good, really good advice.
Nailed it.
Thanks, Lizzie.
That's okay.
We're going to talk about some fun things.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
Sorry.
I kind of messed up the in bit.
Oh, no, it's
Oh,
fine.
it's fine.
Producer Becky will be getting a spanking later. Messed it all up.
It's a bit sexual.
Bent over. Question of the day.
We didn't do question of the day.
Well, I wanted to wait
Oh,
until
okay.
Flosie was here.
I just have
'Cause
to
wanted
read
her
it to
be a
make sure
part
I
of it.
say it properly.
Just a
properly.
part of,
Just
you
find
know.
it. Okay. Someone breaks into your home while you're taking a poop. Do you wipe first or no?
Can I ask a follow-up
Yes, you
question?
may.
Okay, so I'm on the toilet. It's at the end of the house. They've got 3 doors that they can break into. That's
Yeah.
at least a hallway away.
Yeah, they're like front door, like
Oh,
away from you.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely pull my pants up.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get my bat.
Yeah.
Absolutely start swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wipe. Yep. 100% wipe.
I don't think I physically could fight someone if I didn't.
Well, I've had someone knock on the door whilst being on the toilet,
Yeah.
doing a poop, and Callie's in like the lounge room. She's like, "Mommy, someone's at the door!" And I'm like, like mid nug. What do I do? Squeeze it off.
Finish it.
So yeah, I would wipe because I've basically been there for a postman, not
Yep.
for a break-in.
I don't know. I feel like I've thought about this when I've been on the toilet. Like,
What would I do right now?
Yeah, what would happen in this moment? And my toilet's very close to my front door.
Oh,
So you're in
I
trouble.
feel like I would wipe, but it would depend on the situation. Like in the toilet.
Because
What kind of poo is
yeah.
it?
could
so
be
many
enough
variables.
to scare him away.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe wipe, I guess.
Then throw it at him.
Fuck
That's
you.
gross. And you said you would wipe
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
I-
physically you would be able to get your bum off the toilet.
Well, yeah, and I just don't like making a fuss. Like, I just feel like,
They can have whatever they want.
yeah.
So like making a fuss.
Well,
They
yeah.
broke into your house while
But you know,
you're
I think
shitting.
Geordie and I have talked about it before. Like, if we were getting attacked, would we make a like? Would we scream, or would we just be like, don't want to draw attention to ourselves? Like, I just don't know what I would do.
That's very funny. So Jordan and I go trail running together. Every time I almost fall over, I make the biggest noise. Like, like it's so loud. Like he has headphones in and he runs in front of me and he stops, like because he can hear me.
Yeah,
If you were to be trail running and almost fell over,
you would never know.
you would be in a ditch and
But where is she?
yeah, wouldn't even know about it. I'm just so noisy.
Yeah.
When I'm in trouble, I'm so noisy.
Everyone knows.
Yeah. Would you
Nah.
What's that?
be noisy?
Probably.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle. Probably
Somewhere,
not as
yeah.
dramatic, but
Yeah.
let people know.
Mm,
Yeah. Interesting.
mm.
And then also, finally, to finish off today's episode, bright spots. Let's hear them, guys.
Mm. Okay, bright spot number 1. Obviously, the comp on the weekend was awesome. My favorite thing from it was the team of girls we had who were in the beginner division. So they had the option of being able to use bands for their pull-ups.
The whole
And-
competition, all beginners had the
Yeah.
option to use bands.
which is a discussion for another day. But they were like, what do we do? Like, we can do pull-ups, but obviously we're going to be faster with bands. And so, you know, we were like, whatever you decide, you know, that's fine. blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they decided to do them without bands, even though they knew that other teams would be faster than them and they probably wouldn't be up there with, you know, winning or doing as well in that workout. And they fucking crushed it. Like, so proud of them for picking the hard option. But then they also like went way above what they thought they could do. So I thought that was really, really, really cool.
Very cool.
And then Wednesday, the workout of the day was 24.1, which is the open workout I didn't get to do this year because of my back. So it felt just like, I don't know, just cool to be able to do that after, like, that was the workout I had to pull out of the season after that got announced because it was so much hinging. But I can do it now.
Tick that box.
So cool. So cool.
It didn't hurt.
Nope.
Didn't feel nothing. Just physical pain from such a fucking stupid workout.
Yeah.
But didn't hurt anything that would have been in a lot of pain a year ago.
No. So that just felt like a really big, I don't know, like hurdle that I've gotten over now. So that was really cool.
Awesome. Very cool. Any more on your list?
I've got so many. We'll finish with one more. My horse. Oh, I just love her so much.
Did she do a trick? Or?
No.
What did she? What do you?
No,
You
just
just
I don't
love
know,
her.
just
Just like a
her.
cute little relationship.
Yeah. She's yeah. I've learnt so much. But it's been really cool. I think it's been, what month is it now? December. Maybe like 9 months.
Of working with her.
Yeah. And I
weekly.
feel like, a couple of times a week. So I feel like we're just like we've got a little relationship now. So that's been really, really
She
fun.
likes you back.
Sometimes, yes. More than before.
It's not just
Take the wins.
one-sided.
Yeah, take the small wins.
It's basically like having a child.
Well, that's what I feel like.
Sometimes they like you.
Yeah,
Sometimes they
they
treat
don't
you
wanna know
nice.
you.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they tell you have pillow legs.
She hasn't said that yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's been really fun.
It's very good.
Mm.
That's awesome. Flosey, bright spots. Let's hear it.
I don't know. I thought about this before I came in. My bright spot, and it actually doesn't, not something I witnessed, and it's from the competition on the weekend. I really loved the team, the Jerry Hat Tricks.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love that they competed. Like,
Yeah.
I just
So cool.
think, I mean, obviously Shada's a bit younger and stuff, but she just had her, like, you know, operation and stuff, and I just think it was so cool that Fiona and Sim just got out there and gave it a
Sent
crack.
it.
I just watched their videos and their looked at all their photos and stuff, and I just thought that was really cool because I reckon they would have given them a run for their money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Similar bright spots. The fittest three was epic, and one of my favorite parts. Not that I don't ever get worried or concerned, but I know that when we have a comp with, like, if we're in a comp, like competing, and we have a lot of members in the same comp, I don't like the feeling of being pulled in two different directions between being a coach, the affiliate owner, and an athlete. Like, it's a bit mentally tough, but all of the girls were fucking amazing. And I can't even, when I say pulled in different directions, I do it to myself. And I said to someone, I was like, you need to make sure you go sit down and eat. She was like, you're not coaching today. Go, leave me alone. I was like, oh, okay, snap. So yeah, I just love that everyone was very respectful of us being athletes and, you know, not like putting a lot of, you know, not any pressure on us for anything, which was nice.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
That's awesome.
I liked how well everyone, I always say this, but how well everyone represented the gym. I love that everyone just has high standards, and I think that comes down to the coaching and what we request of everyone on a daily basis here. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And finally, I did a 21 or half marathon trail run the day after the competition. I'm turning 35 next week, and I feel the best I've ever felt in my fucking life, and I'm just
Very cool.
stoked on that. Also got a PB push jerk on Tuesday. I just feel I'm training less than ever, but feel better than ever, and I just stoked that my body can do really cool things, really hard things, and be able to back them up.
Even though you're old as fuck now.
Even though I'm about to be mid-30s. Almost mid-30s.
I mean, I feel like you're there already.
No,
but-
I'm mid-30s on Friday. That's when I'm officially mid-30s.
I'm 40, like I can't say anything.
Yeah.
I've
You
had
got
this debate
nothing.
with Candace for at least 2 years. Because I think she's at, when I'm 33, mid-30s?
I think I said 34 to
34?
30, like 7 or something.
Not 36,
I can't
37.
remember. Yeah, and then you're in the late 30s.
After 37.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll be late 30s when I'm 39. Conversation will start again in a couple of years. Thanks so much for coming on,
Thanks,
Flirty.
Thanks for having me again.
And yeah, we'll follow it up. Let's fucking annual flirt.
Yeah.
Annual Flirzy day. Just
Everyone
before.
will be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This girl again.
I know. I really appreciate and always love your honesty. And I feel like you do that well, regardless of how you're really feeling. You never just say what you think we want to hear, which I appreciate a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard for people to do that. So thank you.
Thank you
No
very
worries.
much.
Thanks for having me.
Good job.
Bye.